Good Monday morning. How is everybody doing? Welcome December the 14th, level 12, 2020. Oh my goodness, we made it all the way here. Wonderful December morning here in Minnesota. Nice, cool, and cold. I think it was like 6 degrees Fahrenheit when we woke up, which would be like 3 degrees Celsius or something like that. I don't know. Mm. No, it'd be minus something because that's below freezing. Anyways, good morning. Here we are once again for another cup of coffee. And we're going to tie some flies this morning. Um, oh man, where has this month gone? I'm not going to waste any time. I can't see anything in my monitor. My iPad is no longer updatable, I guess. I don't know. I guess I just need to spend some time with that. And it operates so slow compared to what we're used to with today's modern lightning speed technologies and such. So, yeah, let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and just spin ourselves around. And I'm gonna have to do the old peek back here at the computer to see if anybody says hi in the chat. Yeah, we do this every morning, not every morning, every Monday morning, starting at 9 o'clock, run till about 10 o'clock. Tie a few flies and enjoy each other's company. So let's go ahead and spin the old camera around. There we go. And we'll have some fun together tying a couple of flies. So most Monday mornings, we don't have too much of an agenda. We kind of have lately we've had a reoccurring, theme of tying tenkara style flies. I don't get into the exact detail as far as what exactly I'm tying. I'm not too keen on the nomenclature as far as what's what. I'm still learning that, but I can definitely tie up some flies in the spirit of tenkara. So let's go ahead and get a hook in the vise. It all starts with the hook, right? Today I'm going to be using these, starting off at least, with a size 10 dry fly hook. Let's go ahead and get that bad boy in here. There we go. And this is a Moonlit ML055 size 10 dry fly hook. And for thread, I got some stuff in yesterday or 2 days ago from Hairline. And check this stuff out. This is Vivus Tenot, and it is a beautiful, beautiful purple. New color for them, I suppose. So let's go ahead and start that up front. I think I need to loosen this bobbin up just a little bit. Things seem just a little stiff and cold in the morning, but it is what it is. Alright, let's build a head up front like we would any other kind of tenkara style fly. Alright, and at this point I am going to start a dubbing loop. We're going to do a kind of like a hair wing. Not a hair wing, but we're going to use hair for our hackle. Okay, and let's go ahead. I'm going to keep my thread parked up front for the time being. And for our hair that we're going to be using, I've got a patch of Minnesota deer hair. This was harvested a few years ago. Volunteering at the VFW, my bingo caller, one of my bingo callers that volunteered with me, he and his father got a buck and a doe, or maybe two does or buck, I don't know. Anyways, I did all the prep work on all this and dried it and processed it, and I think I did a pretty good job. The back's pretty solid and stiff, and everything's nice and clean, which is really nice. And yeah, so let's go ahead and use this for our hackle up front. And another thing that came in my order were these hairline material clamps, 1 inch. And they come in sets, so got not one but 2 of them. And what we can do here is we can just, let's see if we can just come right in here, and we'll just isolate a small little patch. That looks fairly good, and we're going to go ahead and trim that off. We like to keep our cuts nice and close to the hide as possible, so now we can transfer from one to the other. Let's go nice and close to the tips, and we could clean all that junk off, but what we're interested is on the tip side. And let's go ahead and trim that to a workable length. And I suppose we need to switch the grip one last time. Alright, so now we got all of our hair stacked up nice and neat. I'll give that one last trim right up there. Anyways, let's wax our line like we do most dubbing loops. And just add a touch of wax. Go ahead and pop that open, and we'll insert our deer hair nice and close up front. Give it the release. And we'll spin our dubbing loop. I like to rest it right on my whip finish tool and spin it. Alright, there is our deer hackle, or deer hair hackle, and we're going to wrap forward. And then we'll work our thread through that. One last turn. That will do us. We'll lock our thread off up front. Alright, let's go ahead and clean that up a little bit. And we'll just fold all that back. Just want to make sure we got a nice clean looking front end there. Alright, let's go ahead and spike that all up and out. And we're going to work our way through this lot. And that will actually kind of help reinforce it. We'll fold that all forward, and then we'll start cleaning up this back end. So we do have some of the shorties of the butt sections just kind of hanging out in that, but that's going to give us some buoyancy, I think. We're getting there. There we go. That's all kind of worked its way forward. And we'll address the rest of that if we need to here in a minute. Looking good. Looking good. Looks like we got a few that joined us. Good morning. Thanks for tuning in. How are we doing? Let's see here. This is trying to, there we go. Okay. Let's add some mylar. I've got some extra small, yep, I believe it's extra small, yep, extra small gold silver mylar. And we're going to tie it silver side out because we want the gold side up at the end. I want to do a little gold. A little bit of gold in the mix. There's gold in them there hills. So let's go ahead and run this towards the rear. Down into that just a little bit. Don't get trapped. And we'll keep our body nice and slender back there. I love that purple. I know it's not coming across as purplish as it should be, but boy, it is pretty. Alright, so let's go ahead and run our ribbing forward. Little gold mylar. And I like to just dap my finger right on top to keep it from moving from the regrip. I want to keep it nice and tight on there. What do we know? Slack is evil. There you go. And we'll lock off that little mylar. And that might be enough for one more. We'll see if we can't save that. And let's go ahead and add some magical peacock curl. It's hard to imagine fly tying without a peacock. Because you know early on in the fly tying days, you know, once they realized, you know, fur and feathers was the way to go. You know, those guys were sitting there looking at those peacocks going, what could we do with that? And it didn't take long for the fish to respond and go, hey man, we like that peacock curl. And I think we've been using it ever since. So 2 strands. I'll grab it with my little hook and hackle grabber. And we'll give it a little twist. That'll help kind of fuzz it up. Yeah, buddy. We'll finish that off right there, nice and tight to our little hair wing. It doesn't take much to capture the wrong hair. I think we might want to go just a tick smaller on our next wing. But I like that. I think that's gonna fish fairly well. And we'll finish it with a whip finish. We're gonna call this sucker done. What I like about this Vivus is it's pretty darn strong, even for a 10-aught. Well, boys and girls, what do we think of this one? I like it. Get that sucker in the water. Ed is going to swim, swim, swim. So, what do we think? Questions, comments, concerns? How we doing out there? Quiet group, but that's all right. I think that's going to swim really well. Yeah. Let's do another one. I really like that. Oh, let's put a cork in it. Or put it in a cork. Let's go like that. Pretty basic. And I think the trick is keeping keeping the butt sections at just the right length, enough to get a bite and hold on to, but you don't want it to be to the point where it is interfering with the operation. All right, let's do another one. We're going to switch threads. We're going to go to this kind of electric green. Not quite. I don't think it's quite a chartreuse, because here's a chartreuse. I think I'd call the emu or ostrich chartreuse and that the other. But we're going to give this a try. 10-aught. I like this. Working pretty good. We'll see how this comes out with that green screen in the background. Alright, we'll build a little bit of a head up front just to get us started. And we'll do our dubbing loop. Where'd my shepherd's hook go? Couple of twists, That's all it takes. It's a couple of twists. And we'll keep our running line up front. Oh, we'll add a little double wax. And this is just a low tack wax, nothing fancy, nothing special. And we'll set that off to the side for Meow. Good morning, brother. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah. Forgot to tell you, keep your eye open for the Jeep Dog. The Jeep Dog is getting some snail mail. Just so you know. Alright, let's grab a little patch of hair. This is good old Minnesota deer hair, white-tailed deer. Let's go. This is the 1-inch material clamp. We'll start off with that first initial bite, and then we can trim that off of the hide. Nice and close. And then it's just a matter of swapping the tools. I really like the amount of grip that these got. They really got a nice solid bite. There we Not much. It's just a little, not quite a ½ inch. And these come in different sizes, inch, inch and a half, and 2-inch. Okay, we'll shorten that butt section up nice and tight. Carefully release. And we'll spin it. Alright, so we'll wrap this forward and then we'll work our thread through that. Because what this does is it just kind of ensures a clean line up front. Pull this all back. Excellent. Alright. Last opportunity to clean everything up here. I'll just dress everything down. We'll spike that all up and we'll work our thread through there. Should just take a couple of turns. Fold it all forward, and then we really start locking it down. Here we go. A little sparser than the last one, which is A-okay with me. What do we know about things that are sparse? Things that are sparse are super nice. So no kidding, there I was. After I posted last Monday's work on Instagram, I got a like by a local coffee company, local coffee roaster here in St. Cloud. They said, "Hey, that's a cool looking fly." And I said, "Hey, what do you know, coffee people? I drink coffee every Monday morning and tie flies while I do it." And I asked them if there was a place to buy local, and they said, "Why don't we just go ahead and mail you some?" So I was hoping to have it already, but not quite here yet. I believe they send it out as like a subscription service. But we'll go into all those details once we know all those details. Here we go. Extra small silver and gold mylar, and we tied it in silver side out, because when it flips over, we want the gold side exposed. A little gold ribbing here. I think the gold really accents well with the color of the deer hair. There we go. One last turn. Keep a good bite on that. Here we go. All right. I'm digging it. Oh, I got a message. All right. I'm going to put everybody on a quick pause. I need to run upstairs and check on something, so hold on. Be right back, folks. All right, we're back. Sorry for the delay. Um, yeah, we're having some technical difficulties with internet feed upstairs. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just finish off this fly, and then we're going to call it a quick morning. So we're down to our final step. Last time I did a peacock herl. However, this time I really want to just add some black ostrich. I think that would look pretty nifty. There's that. And we'll just take a couple bits of this right off the business end. Yeah, it's interesting because it's just like part of the internet is working on some of the system and the rest of the system it is not. So who knows? Let's do a little bit of black ostrich in here. Oh, we could have went with a peacock ostrich blend, but I think the black will just be sufficient. Oops, a little bit of a twist on that. That'll give us a little fuzzy back there. And perfect. Oh, didn't mean to rip that off, but I guess we got it secured nice and tight. And we'll just roll right into our whip finish. Get back there, 1, 2. gotta. Here we go. I like the look of that. A little spun deer here. So, yeah, we're gonna leave it at that. I gotta help my wife out with some technical issues upstairs on the computer. So, yeah, it's short and sweet this morning. But everybody, please be healthy out there. Please be safe. Thank you for joining me. Even though this one was quick, fast, and in a hurry. Yeah, it's always appreciated. Be sure to leave a comment, hit that like button, etc., etc. All right, everybody, peace out.